You walk past this scene, there's a grassy knoll. It's kind of inside a property. There's two people sitting on the grassy knoll. One is male, aged late 30s, one is female, aged somewhere between the age of 15 and 18, you're never really sure. They're sitting together at a kind of respectful distance, as friends might. They're kind of just leaning back on the grassy knoll, looking up the stars, and the young person in the story is smoking a cigarette.
When we're working with young people, psychological distress consumes a young person, the pressures, the stress of life, painful emotions, memories of the past can so preoccupy them that they are distracted from full engagement.
And they say, do you know that guy over there is getting paid to sit on that grassy knoll? And you can automatically begin to see why youth work sometimes gets misunderstood and misrepresented. Now there's a story behind this scene, the two people sitting on the grassy knoll. It's fairly simple. The person getting paid is a youth worker. The young person is a client, is in a residential unit. The young person has approached the youth worker during the night and she has said, I'm feeling very unsafe. She has a history of self-harming and she's quite anxious, she's visibly distraught and upset. She really is absolutely nervous about what she might do to herself through the night. The youth worker starts to engage with her and they sit down together, and he decides that he will use something like a brief solution focused strategy, which is a kind of fancy phrase that counsellors like to use, but it means pretty much simply that he asks her one or two questions.
As an athlete, part of the Australian cycling team, so I'm heavily involved in sport. My name is Kieran Modra, and
well, you know what, that guy has worked through a very complex and difficult and challenging situation with minimal resources, pretty much by himself, apart from a brief phone call to his supervisor, which is important.
Which ones would you select if I asked you to choose a disability that you might acquire, so by choice? How we come about is not often by choice, but how we work with that and how we deal with that is all up to your own minds, your own thinking about it.
He has saved the community the cost of an ambulance. He has saved the community the cost of a psychiatric assessment. He has saved the community the cost of a hospital bed. He has saved the young person from some of the indignities involved in that process. He has worked and engaged with the young person as an emergent adult, as something of an expert on her own story, providing the support and help that's necessary, all the time maintaining very clear and distinct ethical and professional boundaries. The fact is that guy's not getting paid enough to sit out there on that grassy knoll.
And always celebrate every success. It doesn't matter how small it is, because it's not about us, it's about